Now I want to start this video by telling you a story that's going to inspire you. A couple of years ago, I had a guy come to me. He was playing squash regularly, but he didn't like the idea of lifting weights, and he didn't like the idea of actually stepping foot in a gym. So then he had this hip pain crop up, and I knew it was time for a change. So what I did was I sat down with him, developed a very minimalist style training program where he would strength train for 20 minutes a week. You might not believe this, but his strength skyrocketed and his hip pain just disappeared. Let's face it, fitness is one piece of life's puzzle. You've got work, family, you've got adventures, all that don't involve working out. So this is why you need a program that's gonna maximize your time, give you a minimalist approach to working out, enabling you to actually fit that in while going about life. The goal of this video is to give you the freedom to focus on other aspects of your life while still getting life-changing results. As with all my videos, I like to present you the science without actually confusing you. So what if I told you you didn't have to work out hours and hours and hours upon end every week, and just one set, one heavy set, 1 to 3 times a week could give you substantial progress? A meta-analysis of 9 studies revealed that 1 to 4 sets per exercise per week led to 81% of strength gains. And of course there's more, otherwise I wouldn't have made a video on it. But what you probably didn't know is that the maximum health benefits that can be obtained through resistance training can be achieved between 30 to 60 minutes a week. So that's a stronger, healthier you that can be achieved in 30 to 60 minutes per week. If you've ever said to yourself you want to be more toned, you want better shape to your body, you want to look better in clothes, like without clothes, you want to build muscle, even if you don't think about that directly. I'm not talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger muscle. I'm talking about building enough muscle to feel better and to look better. Studies have shown that 1 to 4 sets per week can actually lead to 64% of your maximum muscle growth ever. That's just literally 30 to 45 seconds of effort, and you're well on your way to literally transforming the way you feel and look. And if you've got more time and you fancy a bit more, 5 to 9 sets per muscle group per week can actually give you 85% of your maximum results. So that's efficiency at its finest. There are also some examples of people that have used minimalist training. Look at Dorian Yates. Yes, he's a bodybuilder, but he's one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. He used just 1 set per exercise per week. So like a total of 4 sets per body part, and he built a phenomenal physique. Yes, he took those sets to complete failure, but that's an example. Jeff Alberts too, like a well-known bodybuilder, he uses a very minimalist approach to his training and gets absolute mind-blowing results. I'm not saying that you want to look like these people, but I'm just giving you examples of how this works, or examples of it working in practice. And when we're talking about overall sets you do a week, that's referred to as volume. And one particular study actually found that you can maintain your muscle with just 1/9 of your baseline volume per week for a total of like 8 months. So when life gets busy with very, very minimal effort, you can still maintain your muscle mass, still maintain the way you look. Okay, so now I probably got you on the edge of your seat. You're wondering, how do I do this? Tell me, Adam, tell me how I do this. I'm gonna tell you a few very simple strategies to actually bring your workout time to 20 to 40 minutes. It can be even less, but I'm just giving you an example of ways you can implement this. The first one's increasing intensity. If you do less volume, you do less sets, you want to increase the intensity. I talked about HIIT, that's high intensity training, in one of my previous videos. Basically just taking 1 set to complete failure, and you say selecting like 4 or 5 exercises per routine. That should take you no longer than 30, maybe even 25 minutes. You may or may not be familiar with drop sets, but drop sets are where you do a set. Say you do a set of like chest press, for example. It's easier to do with machines, I feel. Well, I think most of you will agree with that. So you do a set of 12 reps. To failure, you drop the weight by 20% and you perform another set of, let's say, as many as you can. Then you repeat that like 3 times. So you do 3 drops, and that's like 4 total sets. Supersets are a very popular one, but they need to be done properly. That's doing them with opposing muscles rather than the same muscles. So say chest and back. Like for example, one of the supersets I would prescribe a client would be doing chest press, like a dumbbell chest press with an incline dumbbell row. So what you would do is you perform a set of the dumbbell chest press, you would rest 90 seconds, then you'd perform a set of dumbbell rows, rest 90 seconds and repeat like 2 to 4 times. Also, by using machines, I wouldn't say you have to use all machines, but by using predominantly machines, you're going to save a lot of time as well, especially with stuff like drop sets. Supersets might not always be practical with machines, but some of the times they will be, like with cables, for example. So here's an example on screen of a workout that's going to take you 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the setup of your actual gym. That's 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how much time you actually have. This is going to help you build muscle. If you stick with this and you progress this using the double progression model I've talked about in previous videos, which you can find a link to in the description below, this is going to help you build muscle in virtually no time. I mean, all of you have between 20 to 30 minutes 3 times a week. And that's really all I wanted to cover. If you've got any questions at all, comment below. Any deeper questions, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. That's @AdamScottFit. Have the best day ever, and we'll talk soon.